July from my headquarters in rainy Oklahoma. How's it going? It's Saturday. And I'm sitting.
Are you streaming?
What?
That's what you just told me. Are you streaming?
Well, I felt like it was that kind of a moment. The rain feels very refreshing.
Yes.
And I'm not melting, honey. I'm not melting. How about that? Uh, it's drizzling here. I used to walk in the rain for various reasons. A lot of times in my addiction to cop my dope. You know what? But, people are to get wet, to walk in the rain. There's a song, I forget the artist's name. I think her name was Natalie. And the song was called Feel the Rain on Your Skin. And when I came out here, it was only a few drops, right? And then all of a sudden, it's coming down a little bit more. And I hope my cell phone is not going to be glitched out with this. It feels good. It feels good. And I swear, after that experience from being in the hospital, and like I said, I think I've had a spiritual awakening after that, or while I was in the hospital. It's like, okay. At 3 o'clock, I said, I want to go out. I was working on a few things for the stream and for the community posts. And, it was still sunny. And then all of a sudden, when Jim and I came out here, just to either sit or walk or whatever, it was dropping. I said, yeah, it's raining. And I'm still out here. If it's raining, guys, in your neck of the woods, I'm not saying go out when it's raining cats and dogs out, and it's like, I'm not asking you to do that. But when it's drizzling like that, just take a walk or just step outside and feel the rain on your skin. You're not going to melt from it. You're not going to get hurt from it. Just feel it. And just reflect on certain areas of yourself and certain areas of your life. you know, whatever comes to mind. Hey, what's up? All right, hold on. Wait. Jason says to Elton John, keep up the good work. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good luck to you. Anymore in Wisconsin. Priscilla is like, hey, your glasses look dope. How are you, Lolly? Cyber wet hug. I'm sitting here out in the rain. Okay. And I swear, Lolly, that experience in that hospital gave me a spiritual awakening. I'm not saying I saw Jesus, I saw the white light. I'm not saying that. Ever since that experience, I've been going outside more. I'm out in the rain. I'm not melting. You know what I mean? I try not to think about certain people or certain situations and stuff. Pamela Carey, I hate the internet thing. The internet sucks at times. Pistol Pants, I already gave my life to Christ. Jesus saved my life. I should have been dead years ago. For those that don't know me, I'm Rock Queen 71 coming at you live from my headquarters in rainy Oklahoma. And I've been in recovery from crack and heroin since 2004, alcohol since 2011. And yes, I should have been dead years ago. And I know Jesus saved my life. Have you given your life to Christ? Pistol? Just saying. Yes, the internet sucks. YouTube's getting worse, okay? It's all because of AI. It's all about the system, the powers that be. You know, the world's getting darker and darker every day. You know, and that's why I'm trying to create an army called the Queen's Light Brigade, where we, not just me, we, you and me, can create a wildfire of change to diminish the darkness in the world. I know we're not going to get all the darkness in the world, guys, but we're going to fight like hell to get rid of it. Oh, God bless you too, Swites. Hi, Elite. Look right, Leon. Atheist to the grave, but I'll apologize to God if he's real and I meet him. Do you believe in a higher power, Leon? You believe in something. You know, you believe in something. So that's a start. You know? I could go into that. It's raining heavier now. I'm... You know, hey. At least it's not lightning, right? And all that. I'm not in the middle of a tornado. Things could be worse, right? I believe there's something I just don't believe humans know what it is. For years, since time started, humans had to believe in something. It was walk by faith and not by sight. You know? And, you know, I grew up in the church. So I'm grounded in the church, even though I strayed away from God, okay, especially back in my addiction and whatever. I still believed there was a God, okay? And I know a lot of recovering alcoholics and addicts, they go to AA meetings, NA meetings, and they're like, AA is a cult because they force you to believe in something. No, they don't. It's a God of your understanding. Listen, trolls are going to be trolls. They're miserable. They don't have God in their life. Okay? You know, the joke's on them because every time trolls come on this channel, it pushes the algorithm. Okay? So, it is what it is. I've been doing this for a long time, ever since Mixer. You know, it's okay. It's all right. You have to love your enemies, right? That's what they say. I walk. Wait. I watch a lot. 666. How are you? If I screwed up your name, I apologize. Yes, Brian. This is live. Live outside and out in the rain in Oklahoma. You've been doing this a long time. You have 9 people. Wow, you made it. One person in my stream I'm grateful for. I don't concentrate on views. If I bring value to somebody's life and they appreciate me and they keep coming back for more and more and more, I don't do this for the money. I don't do this for the fame. I've had my 15 minutes of fame. And I do it because I don't want to see people struggling with what I went through in my life with addiction, mental illness like depression, back pain issues, OCD. They represent the wildfire. on, guys. Thanks, Zach. I don't know what they are. I really don't. No, but Alicia, I was in a heavy metal band back in the 80s, late 80s, and my band opened up for Guns N' Roses. They're right. And one of my best friends was Steven Adler until something happened. He was like a brother to me. I ignore you. I don't ignore anybody. Anyway. Why don't you do a backflip and show on your channel? I know you. I know. There, actually, a few months ago, and you can ask my husband this. And I had back pain issues. And I said, "Look at me! I'm going to do a cartwheel." I'm surprised I didn't end up in the hospital with a broken neck. You mean Biggie Smalls? The music. I don't know why that happened. Hold on. I wish Jim was here so he could help me with. I don't know who you're talking about, Big OG. You mean Snoop Dogg? No, I don't. My husband does, though. My husband does. I play the drums. But I have so many health issues with my rotator cuffs, my back pain issues, neck problems and stuff, you know. Back in the 80s, I was a handful of female drummers back in the day. And all that. And they wanted me more than the rest of the guys. Because sex sells, right? Yeah. Now I'm really starting. Maybe I should take it back inside. I am still enjoying it out here. You know. Maybe we should see when I get up and take a walk, my cell service gets very glitchy, and then my live stream becomes Minecrafty, I call it. Well, thank you, Lily. A lot of people like them. I love them too. Thank you. I appreciate your compliment. And welcome to Wildfire. Welcome to rainy Rocklahoma. Hey, something different, right? How am I on this fine rainy day? Rocktastic. How are you doing? What's your weather like in your neck of the woods? Hi, Martin. How are you? Alan John does not have glasses like this. Mine are much cooler. Ha ha. Thanks, Said Tears. Thanks, Zach. Hello, Nelly. What's my favorite song? Anybody in the chat know what my favorite song is? Well, I'm not cooking outside. The last time I cooked was Monday, and it ended me in the hospital for 3 days. Rocket Man. A lot of people actually, with the lyrics of the song, the Rocket Man, everybody thinks he's singing about heroin. He's not. He's going through a lot of health issues too now, right? He's going blind, and yeah, he's having a lot of health issues. He actually finished his tour last year? Yeah. I love cats. Do you love cats? Actually, we have one right underneath the step here. Her name is Juniper. And so, in fact, you know what? Hold on. Oh, wait, Lunar's out here too. Hi, Lunar. Wait, hold on. Hold on. That's Lunar. He's like, Mama, I want to go in. All right. Okay. Now, Juniper ran off. Oh, no, she didn't. Juniper, come on. She just had 3 kittens. You know what? I hope I don't get a bad cold from all this. And I'm still not melting, guys. How about that? Just take a walk around the house. I'll show you my backyard. How about that? A lot of people, when they come on my live stream, and I do live outside, I do it out in this area. And let me show you. Let me do ASMR. All that, about a year and a half ago, was all on fire. Hence, welcome to Wildfire. You know that. Jim goes out here a lot. We have a couple trail cams out there. The house that you see, barely, with the white pickup truck, he's a Vietnam vet. He's lived in this neighborhood for, over 50 years. He's raised 3 doctors, and he lost everything. He lost his house, 6 cars, everything to the wildfire in Westport, Oklahoma, Pawnee County, a year and a half ago. So now he built his house, and I can actually show you how close we were to losing our house. And if I'm walking here, but hold on. You can see this tree. It's all charred. And that's our house. And all that. So we're very grateful and blessed that we didn't lose our house. That's another spiritual awakening right there. I've lost everything in my life through addiction. And now that I've been clean and sober from crack and heroin since 2004, alcohol since 2011, and about half a mile, it was coming in quick, guys, coming in quick. And that night, Jim comes rushing into the bedroom saying, Vic, get up, get up, get up. The wildfire is about a half a mile away from us, but it's getting closer and closer and closer. It's coming in fast. Get up, get up, get up. And I got up. I said, well, can I have a cigarette? Really? Here's Jim getting stuff in bags and trying to get cats and cat carriers. And I'm sitting on the couch like, I said, I can't believe I'm going to lose everything again. Sober. Hey, Dishman, what's up, buddy? How are you? Welcome to Live Outside in rainy Oklahoma. Rainy Rocklahoma. Cyber hug. Cyber wet hug. And hey, I haven't mouthed yet. It's rainy here. Now it's beginning to slow down. We made it through the storm, guys. We made it through the storm. How about that? Dishpan, do you walk in the rain sometimes? I'm not talking about when it's raining cats and dogs out and lightning and all that stuff, but you know, I swear, Dishpan, ever since that hospital stay a few days ago, I truly believe sorry about that, guys. I'm here. Hi-yo. Dream teacher. I thought a scratchy thought that lingered after my mom came over with her diagnosis. What are you cooking me for dinner? No, I was just doing my mod thing. Bacon cheddar burgers, bacon cheeseburgers with curly fries. I won't be touching fajitas anytime soon. And you know why, this man? Nope, too broke for that. Well, you know what? You can actually get canned potatoes. Oh, yeah, you're talking about like now it's really coming down. Now it's really coming down. Yeah, you were talking about the cheddar and the bacon. I was talking about the curly fries. You can make good home fries with canned potatoes. You really can. And yeah, look at this. Time to go in. Yeah, time to go in, guys. Well, thank you all for joining me in rainy Rocklahoma. Listen. As I'm still standing and walking in the rain. Listen. I'm gonna cut the stream for now. Okay? And I'm gonna get dried off. Probably change into something more rocktastic, flametastic, and all that. And in a little while, somebody's gonna light that match, and the wildfire's gonna start, baby. The wildfire's gonna raise and blaze. Okay? Save me a burger, this man, okay? And Jim said something about you in a nice way. He too. I love you too, Lolly. And listen, Lolly. I'm still. Hold on. Lolly. I'm still struggling with that situation. You know, I did talk about it a lot in a classy way. This pan knows, in a classy way. I had to get it out still. And I'm still forgiving him, Lolly. I'm still forgiving him on live streams. So what does that tell you? And a lot of people understand where I'm coming from. I'm not trying to put them in the middle. I'm not trying to put you in the middle. I'm not trying to put Jim in the middle. But it's just whatever. Let's cut it. But he said something good. Yes, he did. This man, he did. He says, this man comes on your stream. He's loyal. You know, he has the same worldview as us. You're in recovery. You know? And you're from Canada. At least you're not part of the woke in Canada. You know? So, yeah. Jim appreciates you. Jim appreciates Lolly and Jamie and Evil Rick and Quick Shoe and Cynthia. Oh Lord, it's crazy. Like it is, well, probably like Portland, right? And probably in Miami and New York and San Francisco. Believe me, Tulsa, many people don't realize this. Oklahoma is a red state. It is. But Tulsa just voted in a Democratic mayor for various reasons, and we're not going to talk about politics, okay? And then Oklahoma City is Democrat. Okay? And the situation in Tulsa with the homelessness, the border crisis, whatever, it's getting worse. And every time I ended up in a hospital, say in the Richmond Hospital in Tulsa, who do you see? And I'm talking about the border crisis. What do you mean Yellowstone? I was in the movie The Wrestler. No joke. I was in the movie The Wrestler. 2009 with Mickey Rourke. Oh, no. Yellowstone is in, Wyoming. And that's doing crazy things too. Old Geyser. You're talking about Old Geyser. Yeah, we're not, no. We do get earth at times. Hey, the rain stopped. How about that? We made it through the storm. How about that? Wyoming, Montana. Google will tell you. It's not, wait a minute. Wyoming, Montana, not Idaho. Yeah, I thought you. What do you say? Are you on Yellowstone? I thought you meant the show with Costner and Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. What are you talking about? I'm not. Hey, Willie. We're still here. It feels good to be out here, and the rain's now stopping a little bit. So we made it through the storm together. How about that? High five. See what a group can. Sorry. See what a group of people can do together in a positive way. You know, to support each other, to uplift each other, to show compassion towards each other. We made it through the storm. How about that? Right, Dishpan? The Wildfire of Change, baby. That's right, this man. Hold on. Yeah, I think my oh no. Man. Yeah. Yeah, when the wildfires raging and blazing, the rain, the storms can't put that out, right? Even from all the hot air from the trolls, can't blow this wildfire out. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Even duct tape can't hold us back. Because we're still going to say what we're going to say. We're still going to rage and blaze and create a wildfire of change. Hell, can I get a hell yeah in the chat? Hell yeah. So, yeah, after a cigarette, what we're going to do is I'm going to get changed into something dry and fantastic and rocktastic. And we'll have another live stream in a little bit. And at this pan, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about this. I said I would like to make a prayer request in my community post. And that's what I'm going to do. I've actually created it. I have to put it on. Enjoy your burger. Life is beautiful, guys. You know, just feeling the rain on your skin, you know, breathing in the nature, breathing in God, actually. You know, taking stock of what's important in your life. Ah, here comes the sun. How about that? Yeah, I actually created it. I just had to put on my community posts and stuff. And actually, I'm thinking about, all right, I'm zipping my lip. But, yeah. I love my life. Yeah, hard to do that when from Jersey, right? It's hard to do that. Even duct tape can't stop me from speaking what I feel or says what matters or speaking truth. Speaking truth. I'm so grateful, guys, of where I am in my life. Thanks to God. Because I should have been dead years ago from my addiction and all that. And I've been through a lot in my life. Uh, I've been through a lot in my life, and I'm not saying I'm the only one that goes through difficult situations in their life. I'm sure you've had a lot of situations in your life where you had to choose. Or you were in difficult situations where, you know, you were at your lowest point in your life. Don't drop the soap, dishpan. Have a good one. Take care. Cyber hug! Wet hug! I appreciate you, buddy. Do you hear the birds? If you just close your eyes just for a few seconds, you can hear the sounds of nature, like with the birds, with crickets, maybe cats meowing, you know, the wind blowing. I actually brought this up to Cynthia last night that, you know, maybe, you know, in the summer we can have like a live by the fire pit and actually, thank you, Aziz. Eat. Oh, if I chop up your name, I apologize. Aziz? Well, hello from Oklahoma. How's your weather across the pond? How's King Charles? Are you all for the monarchy in London, in England, or do you want the monarchy to be abolished. Well, Princess Kate got through her cancer and all that. I love Princess Kate. I love Prince William. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle can go to hell. You know, uh, yeah. A lot of people aren't because they're like, yeah, we work and we give our taxes to the monarchy so they can have their caviar and their locks and right, all that stuff. I'm with the monarchy too. I'm gonna tell you a little something. My grandmother was born in New Zealand, and New Zealand is a Commonwealth of Britain. So when Princess Diane married Prince Charles in 1983, I think, my family was on vacation at Cape May, New Jersey, down the shore, and we had to watch the wedding at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yes, they do. My cousin from New Zealand actually made me a sweater. She knit me a sweater of a sweater that Princess Diana wore with a koala on it and the sun. And I used to take so much pride in that sweater. Yeah. So about 2 years ago when Queen Elizabeth passed away, everybody was on the official, royal channel, right? Because it came out that Queen Elizabeth passed away, but they didn't come out with the notice yet. No, and I wish I did and stuff. And if I ever look on eBay, I see that sweater because I know she actually put she stitched her initials inside. I'm gonna grab it. You know. But so I'm sure you were waiting, on YouTube, or you remember where you were when Queen Elizabeth passed away. I'm in Rocklahoma, rainy Rocklahoma. I'm originally from Jersey. And like I said, my grandmother was born in New Zealand. You want to take a look around? Well, it's not raining here anymore, guys. It's not raining. The rain didn't put out the wildfire. So let's go. I have flip-flops on. No, we're sitting in my front yard. But hold on. Cheers. Job Monster is the only rocket fuel for this rocket queen. Hell yeah. Cheers. All right, I'll give you a look around. What's my name? If I tell you, I might have to kill you. No. A lot of people call me Rocket. A lot of people call me Queenie. But a lot of people know me as Vicky. Vickie. But everybody just calls me Rocket. All right, hip hip cheerio, hip hip cheerio. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. So, all right, we're gonna take a look around back here. Hold on. Hey, Ziz! Right? As is. Oh, okay. As is. So you don't have a warranty on yourself, huh? You get it? Ah. On. As is. As is does not have a warranty on themselves. All right, here we go. I'm in the backyard. Yeah. I'm crazy fun. As is, I'm crazy fun. You have to be crazy living in this world today. So that's my backyard. And that whole thing was on fire a year and a half ago in Westport, Oklahoma, in Pawnee County. My husband goes back here a lot. Life that comes through, like possums, armadillos, coyotes, possums, rabbits, squirrels. No. All right, hold on. Nope. All right, as is. I appreciate you for being here. I'm enjoying our conversation. But I have to tell you something. I've been in recovery from crack and heroin since 2004. Alcohol since 2011. And no, I don't do California sober. I'm old school. I don't have a medical marijuana card. I don't think marijuana is a miracle from God. So I've been in recovery. Yeah, I know it's because of probably the weather. But I've been in recovery for a long time, and my recovery comes first. I have to sit down because of my back. Hi, Juniper. All right, so, all right. Uh, the only reason why I stream, and a lot of people that know me that will tell you this, I don't do this for the money. I don't do this for the fame. Okay? I know. I'm just telling you where I'm not attacking you. Listen, I'm from Jersey, okay? I have a boisterous, loud voice. A raspy voice. Not like Kim Kardashian's. And that could be a good thing for a lot of people. But I stream to help others. I stream to share my experience, strength, and hope with others that are struggling with drugs and alcohol and or mental illness. I'm still human. Even though I've been off crack and heroin since 2004, alcohol since 2011, I'm still human. I go through bouts of depression, anxiety, panic attacks, back pain issues. I was in the hospital a few days ago with a tube up my nose because they thought it was sepsis. So, and that hospital stay was like the worst hospital stay I ever had in my life. So, that's why I stream. I want to help people. I'm trying to bring back the word human back into humanity. Well, I look a lot better now. But a couple of days ago, if you go down my channel, I actually did a live stream from my hospital bed because I actually thought that was going to be my last live stream. And I'm not being over the top either. It was pretty bad. But thank you. So in a way, I feel like with that hospital stay, I had a spiritual awakening. And I'm not saying, when I say spiritual awakening, I'm not saying, oh, Jesus appeared before me, or I saw a white light, or it's not that. It's how I felt. You understand what I'm saying? It's how I felt. Because anybody is not guaranteed 5 minutes from now, tomorrow, next week, whatever. And so, even when I was on drugs at that time, I was one heartbeat away from dying. But I didn't care. I really didn't care. I didn't think much of myself. I had low self-esteem. I thought I was worthless. I had no life. I lost everything because of my addiction. I was just existing in life. I wasn't living my life. But God had a plan for me. And He gave me the gift of recovery. And believe me, I should have been dead years ago. And I was trying to get myself clean and sober for everybody else except for myself. like my mother, my kids, the judge, probation officer, for whoever else and stuff. But once I did for myself, everything clicked. Oh, don't say that. No. Don't say as is. Do me a favor. I appreciate you. No, and you know what? I know, but don't. Can you retract that comment? The no. This brings up this interesting. All right, so you've had. Don't worry about it. Okay, it's okay. I hope you appreciate this conversation. I know I do. No, I know. Hold on. Hey, we made it through the storm. How about that, huh? Now the sun's shining a little bit. And I bet you get a lot of prejudice. Like you get, I think this is a great way to open up a dialogue. I know you're in London, and there's a lot of Muslims in London. I know that in one area. I forget where. Actually, what's his name? Fayad, the owner of the Harrods, the owner of Harrods, Jody Fayad, his father owned Harrods. See, I know. Yeah. So, because they mix you in with radicals. Right? I told you. I know my stuff about certain things. I remember selling tigers back in the 80s. They were actually selling Bengal tigers. Look at what? But yeah, it's so nice. Hi, Ken. Welcome to the Wildfire and welcome to the Queen's Light Brigade. How are you this Saturday evening? There's no radicals? Yeah, I don't want. Very few. Do you think? Listen, this is our space, right? This is our space. Whatever's going on in the world is going on in the world. This is our space. Oh, I don't, honey. I don't. Believe me. I believe me. I can read between lines too. Okay. Everybody has their own agenda. You know what I am? As is? I'm Episcopalian. I'm a pisser. I feel for you, boy. They're probably doing exorcisms on you all the time, right? You get it? I know that was a bad joke. I mean, hold on. Sorry about that. Somebody very pathetic and miserable in their life. And they probably have no foundation in real life, so they come on other people's streams to spew hate and negativity. I pay them no mind as is. I really don't. The joke's on them. Trolls come on here and they think they're really getting my goat. You know, they're not, because it pushes the algorithm. Thanks, Saint. I appreciate you. Yeah, I love my glasses too. Actually, you know what? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, he's walking outside the gate. When he comes back, I'll introduce you to him. His name, his YouTube channel's name is Armored Saint. And we actually met on of all places. Hey, Ingrid, what's up? Cyber Hug, welcome back, Hug. How's it going? Nice to see you again. Meets me, Ingrid. Ingrid meets as is. Well, thank you very much. They're my trademark. It was raining here in Oklahoma, so through the storm. The rains didn't put out this wildfire. I'm just like you. But thank you for the compliment. I'm you know, I'm dying of suicide and addiction. You know, too many demonic things going on in the world. You know, and that's why so we can be the wildfire of change to diminish the darkness in the world. I know we're not going to get all the darkness in the world, guys, but we're going to fight like how to get rid of it. You're landing? What do you mean you're landing? Oh, yeah, Rocket Queen, right? Rocket Queen is a song by Guns N' Roses. Check it out. Oh, it's midnight? It's, I don't know what time it is. I think about maybe 5. I live in Oklahoma. It's Central Standard Time. So usually it's about like, if it's 12 there, it's probably what, like 5 or 6 here. I can't switch to the clock because I will shut this off. But as is, thanks for dropping by. I truly appreciate you. I enjoyed our conversation. And I hope you drop by again. And I hope you have a wonderful night, friend. Let me give you a cyber goodbye hug. Cyber goodnight hug. Sleep well, my friend. Take care. See, everybody's welcome. And decency and compassion and empathy for people, because you don't know what their story is. You know, if you're struggling with drugs and alcohol, crack and heroin since 2004, alcohol since 2011, I know what it is to be addicted. I know what it is to actually lose everything because of addiction. Thank God I didn't die. Thank God I didn't lose my life. God had a plan for me to share my experience, strength, and hope with you guys out there, whoever's struggling. Take my hand, guys. Take my hand. I'll go along your journey with you. Nobody gets left behind. Nobody. And we might have some differences and stuff. That's okay. You know? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what we have in instead of our differences. You know? Life is beautiful, guys. Life is beautiful. Even if you're having a rough time, you're struggling in life right now with whatever it is. It could be addiction, mental health. It could be, you're living from paycheck to paycheck. Maybe you're having problems with your truck or your car, or you might be losing your house. We still have a lot to be grateful for. And there's always a solution to a problem. Always. Might not, figure out a solution today. It might be tomorrow. It might be 3 months from now. There's always a solution to the problem. Whatever it is. I struggle with things at times still. My son, who's seen me in addiction, he's going through his active addiction in Portland. He's homeless, and I'm using tough love on him. I hope he gets the help he needs. He has to want for himself. God, you scared the hell out of me. You said, oh my God. Oh boy. Come here. No, wait, hold on.
Come on, Vic. Any of that get recorded?
Apparently so.
Okay.
Thanks for the scare. Oh, Jim! Oh, no. Jim! Oh, he should work. Yeah. Jim! My in-laws are probably inside their house saying, oh my God, what's going on with her? Did she fall? Can we have oh, oh. Come here. Come here. No, well, hold on. All right. Now, I want you to read this pan's comment.
I'm legit laughing my ass. Well, I know my property pretty well, and there's a way for me to come in on the opposite side of the property that I left on. So take Vicky by surprise, and it worked.
And you're lucky I didn't shit my pants. There. I love you. Bitch, you know that, right? Yeah. 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 Unfreaking believable. I had to put this in order from. And no, I didn't do Bigfoot either. And no, I didn't think it was Dogman or the almond octopus or whatever God's creation there is out there. Skinwalker and stuff. Whatever. And he's not gonna like it either. He's coming out of my head, right? Unfreaking believable. On here, as is. And no, he didn't have a warranty on himself. Ha ha. Guys. I'm getting back. His birthday's coming too. I'm sorry. Yeah, thanks to him. Thanks to him. With what he did. That's what's probably causing it. There was him. Blame it on Jim. Blame it on Jim. Unfreaking believable. And he's lucky I didn't shit my pants. Seriously. I did talk about this on I don't know if it was last night's live stream. Yeah, I did a little bit. But when I was in the hospital, because of the tube up my nose, they gave me laxatives, like X-Lax, right? I didn't know that. They didn't tell me that. So 2 times. It was like a freaking shit grenade just, you know, I knew that bed was shit. Okay? Well, the one time he was there. Okay? And he was there with a nurse's assistant, so it was a threesome. Ha ha, wink wink. But it was a shit show. And he helped clean up me with the nursing assistant just standing there. So he's lucky I didn't shit my pants when he did that. And every time now, you know, all I talk about is shit. But at least I don't talk bullshit like some people do. I'm just saying. John Monster's the only John Monster's the only rocket fuel for this rock queen. Hell yeah! Clink. I might get him. I've been around these woods too. I haven't been in the woods because of my back and whatever. But I've been around these woods. I know where these woods go to and all that stuff. If somebody, I'm going to say this. If you said to me, Rocket, well, I would see him anyway, right? But sometimes I just talk, and I don't pay attention to anything. I'm so very grateful for my husband. I put up a lot of shit these past few days. Especially. But I wouldn't trade my world right now for anything. He supports me in everything I do. Especially when it comes to the Queen Light Brigade. Especially when it comes to the wildfire. He believes in me. That's all that matters. You know? Hell with these other people. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about a certain situation. Oh well, you know. But and I still struggle with that situation too. But but every day, he prays for me. Every day, he tries to make me happy. Every day, he wants to see my pain go away. Every day, he wants to see me stream. Every day, you know, it's like he cares for me. Way. And yeah, he does get frustrated. He does get angry. We do bump heads and stuff. But that's marriage, right? You know, and we work at it. And I feel like ever since that situation happened a couple of days ago with a tube up my nose. And when I saw the look on his face behind the doctor telling me, hold on. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, yeah. Brain fart. Alright, yeah. Brain glitch. Anyway, no, so on Monday night, when the doctor came in to tell me that they were gonna admit me in the hospital, yeah, my blood pressure was pretty low. I mean, I'm talking about low. Okay? And here, and the doctor comes in and he said, we think it's sepsis. You might have an obstruction with your intestine and all that, but we don't really know. And then you have on your left kidney, which is getting bigger. And we had to admit you, and you might have to have you might have to have surgery. And when the doctor said sepsis, I was like, oh my God, they're gonna chop off my arms, they're gonna chop off my legs, I'm gonna die from this, and the look on Jim's face, he was very stoic. He at times had a hard time showing emotion. At times, not all, you know what I mean? But that look on his face, like, this is not good. Okay? And he was tired too, but still, when you're dealing with a wife that's gonna be in how up her nose, and God knows what else is. I mean, there was times. I hate to bring this up, and for you guys that are thinking about suicide or hurting somebody else, or you're really struggling in life or whatever, you can always talk to me in the chat. Okay? You can always talk to me in the chat, and if you're talking to me, I completely understand. But please, press 988. A trained counselor will talk to you for as long as you want. Phone lines are open 24/7, 365 days a year, and it's free and confidential. And for you veterans out there, I salute you. I salute you, guys. If you're going through a crisis, whether it be addiction, post-traumatic stress disorder, mental health, you're going through a rough time in life, you can also call the crisis veterans line at 988 and just press 1. Hi, Ignorant. How are you? Welcome back. But there's a time, like, I think 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, where my back pain was so much, and I was screaming into the phone I was with him. Because I had it. I wasn't trying to kill myself. I was trying to kill the pain. You see? I don't want to live with the pain anymore. I still have a life, okay? But that night, I just couldn't take it anymore. And then here, I went to call the court. And here I'm, he thought that night, he never like that for me before. Hi, Gian. How are you? Ciao. How are you? Where are you from in Italy? Have you ever been to the Vatican? What's your favorite pasta dish? Inquiring minds. We're back, guys. We're back. I apologize, guys. I was trying to do something, and I hope you can still see me. Jamie, what's up, buddy? We made it through the rain. We sat through the rain. We felt the rain on our skin. It felt so good, so wonderful. How are you? Cyber hug. Cyber hug. You missed it, Jamie. You missed it. Jim almost scared the crap out of me, literally. You missed it. I'm gonna get him back good. Karma's a bitch, right? So how's your weather in your neck of the woods? Around 3 o'clock my time, I was working on a few things for the stream. And it was still sunny out. And I said, well, I'm going to get dressed. I'm going to come out here for a little bit. And so Jim and I walked out here for a little bit, and it started to drizzle a little bit. And so it started to rain, right? And then the rain gradually got more and more. And I just sat in this chair feeling the rain on my skin, reflecting on certain things in my life. And it felt good. It felt good. And hey, I didn't melt either. And there's a lot going on with my internet. And I blame Jim. I blame Jim. Because if he didn't do what he did to me, you know what I mean? He had his fun for the night, right? But yeah, it rained. We took a walk around. You know, life is good. Life is beautiful. We're grateful. You know, and I hope you guys are having a good day out there or a good evening. You know, don't let the turkeys drag you down. You know, don't let the turkeys drag you down. Don't let the turkeys hold you down. Just shoo them away. You know, let them be somebody else's dinner. If you know what I'm talking about. I miss going to Daytona. You know, I miss going to Fort Lauderdale, Fort Lickerdale. My band used to play there. I actually won a wet t-shirt contest in Fort Lauderdale on A1A Avenue Highway. I did. I was so proud of it. You know, like, but yeah. Yeah, Fort Lauderdale was a bad experience, actually. Argilla, what's up? Argilla, cyber wet, dry hug, love hug. I haven't been on for 2 minutes. I've been on for an hour, 54 minutes, and 13 seconds. You miss it, Argilla. Jim scared the crap out of me. Almost. We were actually sitting out here in the rain. And that rain did not put out the wildfire. And I didn't melt either. How about that? How are you? What's the temperature here? It's probably like low 60s, high 50s. Oh, you're talking about, oh. Yeah, we used to call it Fort Lickerdale because there was a lot of partying going on. There probably still is, right? You know what? Actually, Covenant House started out to be a shelter for homeless youths in New York. And it actually branched out to Fort Lauderdale and then I think to Los Angeles and a few other places, right? But I don't know why I brought up Covenant House for. They do good work, though. I'll tell you that much. Uh, but back in the 60s, they used to call Fort Lauderdale spring break. And they used to have postcards from Fort Lauderdale saying, wish you were here from where the boys are. So, when my band went down there, you know what? We went to Thank you, Aaron. A lot of people like my glasses too. Thank you. They're my trademark. We went to a strip club, a couple of them actually, in Fort Lauderdale on A1A Avenue. Well, when I went down there, it was the late 80s. But that used to be a spring break spot for the longest time, Fort Lauderdale. And so we performed there and stuff, and we went to a couple of strip clubs and stuff, and I won my first wet t-shirt contest there. And I was so proud of myself, you know. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. They were awesome. They were rocktastic. Yep. Do you know a lot of first how many you win? I actually won 2. You know, but the first big one was Fort Lauderdale. And I think the name of the place was Tattletales. On A1A Avenue. And I thought it was big. Yeah, look at that. You know, I'm strutting my stuff down the beach and stuff, you know. You know. Talk about a balloon head, you know. They were sick of hearing about it, the guys in the band. They're like, shut up. All right, yeah, whatever. And they had the biggest brief contest in Fort Lauderdale. Guess what? We would win it. Bad joke. That's what they said, like. And they won't even admit that they voted for me. They're like, no, we didn't. No. You know what I mean? You're like our sister. We would, yeah, right. You know how they run it. And I said, the next thing you'll know it, I'll be at Atlantic City running the boardwalk for Miss America. Miss New Jersey. They were like, yeah, okay. That's not going to happen. She's lost it. Yeah. I used to love Miami Vice. It came on Fridays at 9 o'clock on NBC. And they actually, a few years ago, they were trying to revamp Miami Vice, but on YouTube, like they did with the Karate Kid, Cobra Kai. And I wanted to watch it. But it's not the same. It's not the same. So I don't know what happened with that. I know it didn't last long. But I think if they invented a time machine, or if I had a genie's lamp, and the genie asked, what's your first wish? It would be going back to the 80s. What time period would you want to go back to, guys? Would it be the 80s? Would it be the 90s? Would it be the 1960s? Would it be like in the 1800s when we didn't have TV, telephones, internet? I used to work at a place in Alamucci, New Jersey. And it was called World Village. And they used to have concerts there. And so, Mr. Leach, the owner of World Village, his cousin used to be Gary Cooper, the actor, and stuff. And so, I worked the grist mill. It's a grinding stone to make wheat, flour, whatever. And so I worked that for a while, but I was also in culinary art school there too. And boy, we had a lot of fun there. And yeah, so they had a show, back in the early 2000s with a show called The Pioneer House. It was like Survivor, It was a reality show on PBS. And they would have these families. They would have these families like from California, from New York, from different areas of the country, and they couldn't bring Yes, they did. Wait. Yes, they did. Wait a minute, guys. Hold on. They used to have concerts there. They used to have a huge church there, and they used to have weddings there. They used to have a pavilion there, and every year, World Village would have a banquet dinner for the New Jersey State Police. They made soap. They made candles. It's like if you go to Williamsburg, Virginia. I used to love that place too, Williamsburg. Like Busch Gardens. They used to have a roller coaster called Loch Ness Monster. But anyway, yeah. It's still open, but it's really run down because it's really run down. It's not like it used to be. But John Guy's Jr.'s house was in Alamucci. And the FBI actually raided that place. He was right on the same road as World Village. That was actually a cool place because when I went to school, we had field trips there. We went to Busch Gardens as a family trip coming from New Jersey. I don't know, my parents didn't like it. Of course, of course. But you remember the Loch Ness Monster roller coaster? And they had it was supposed to be like Walt Disney World, where they had like Germany, Scotland, or whatever, England, and so in one of the souvenir shops they had a London police hat or a helmet, like the British cops wear, like one of those helmets, and I got one. Well, I went in like what? I would say probably late 70s, early 80s. But when we were going to Busch Gardens, guess what happened to us? We got into an accident. The guy in front of us stopped suddenly, So my mom ran into that car, and the car in back of us ran into us. And I got jolted, right? And so the couple in back of us got out of the car. I'm sitting in the back seat on the passenger side, and they were preachers. They were evangelists. You could tell because you could tell about, with their dyed hair or whatever, and talking Southern, and she had like red hair. And he said, "Oh, is Vicky okay? Is it, and they got away with murder because we didn't sue them, with the insurance or whatever. And because they were afraid that I was going to end up in the hospital, you see. Yeah. And with the roller coaster, the Loch Ness Monster, you would go through the loops and whatever, and they had this tunnel. And so you would go through the tunnel, and at the end of the tunnel, it would be, Rawr! And that was supposed to be the Loch Ness Monster coming out. I don't know how they did that, but you can actually see the Loch Ness Monster. But see, I used to love sitting in the front seat of the roller coaster and also the back seat. I didn't like being in the middle or in between. It always had to be in the back or the front. And so, I don't know how they did that. There was no screen. It was open, right? The tunnel. So how did they do that? I don't care, like how my back is. I would still go on roller coasters or any crazy, insane ride because that's how I am. In a way, like I'm an adrenaline junkie. They had the realness working here. Yeah, at Canada's Wonderland. I told you, this man, that my family and I, we went to Canada, and we went to Canada's Wonderland, and they had roller coasters there, and I actually had a hat, and I had all these pins on it, like Canadian, pins, and Canada Wonderland's pins, and whatever. I don't have that anymore. I don't have that hat anymore. Well, you would fit right in the 6 here. This pan, you would fit right in here. Come over, Dishpan, and you, me, and Jim will move to southeast Oklahoma to hunt for Bigfoot. Well, you and Jim hunt for Bigfoot with Oklahoma. You guys can go. I'll just do my live stream. It's just I don't know if you there. You see that part? See the tops of those trees? Jim had a fire pit, a burn pit. That's what Oklahomans do. That's what Oklahomans do. They burn their trash instead of throwing it out. And it was windy that day, and he actually caught. The ashes flew up, and it burned the tops of those trees. And he actually got arrested. He got fingerprinted and everything. Oh, there's a bird on the wire. You see it? I don't know if you... One little bird. How about that? He's lonely. Oh, look. That's a bluebird. Pretty cool, huh? Hey, Cruisin', what's up? Oh, I'm feeling so much better. I really am. Thanks for asking me. I'm telling you, I actually thought in the hospital I was dying, and I'm not being over the top with a tube up my nose, you know. But I actually think I had a spiritual awakening there. I'm not saying a near-death experience. I'm not saying I saw Jesus, or it's just a feeling. You know, understand what I'm saying? It's a feeling of appreciation and gratefulness about your life, about what God gave you. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm glad you're well. How's the weather in your neck of the woods? It's cold where you're at. Welcome, where are you from? And welcome to the wildfire. It's beautiful to hear the birds chirp, maybe some cats meowing in the background, you know. After an experience like that in the hospital, you put your life in perspective a lot. You really do. That's why, like, a lot of people, after they have heart attacks, they go through this period where they go through depression, so they have to do everything in life. Like they, go out to California to meet a woman, or you know what I mean. They don't take their life for granted anymore. Mexican, that's where I am from. It's cold there. I don't know where Chima is. It's snowing a lot in Mexico too. Wink, wink. And that was a bad joke, but it's snowing in Miami. It's snowing in Portland a lot. Wink, wink. Yeah, I'll admit, guys, that joke gets pretty old. I wish, guys, I could walk down the driveway and show you more. I can't walk. I mean, I can walk around here a little bit, but I can't walk from here to the gate or down the driveway like I used to. And plus, my cell service sucks. So, you know what I mean? I don't know if we're supposed to get more tornadic weather around this area. The other night, oh my god, the other night I was in the living room watching something. Jim was in bed, and it was like raining pretty hard and stuff. And sometimes tornadoes happen at night, which is terrifying, right? Well, not for this Jersey girl. Anyway, so all of a sudden it was like really loud. I was like, "Oh my god!" I ran to the bedroom and I said, "Jim, did you hear this?" And he's like, "Yeah." I didn't know if maybe lightning hit that pole or maybe hit a transformer. I don't know. But that was scary. I would have to ask Jim. I would totally be chasing storms. I always watched that stuff as a kid and was always jealous we don't get disasters. You get blizzards. You have disasters, Dish, in Ontario. You know what I'm talking about. You do get disasters. Look at me. You know what I'm talking about. Or this man where? British Columbia? Why did I think you were in Ontario for? Toronto? Nope. Oh my god. I feel so bad now. I apologize. Usually I'm good with details like that. Sorry. I do mean it because what made me think you were in Ontario? Did you ever live there? Yeah, you think this is funny. Do I have to pay you back too? This? Between you and Jim tonight, I don't know. What made me think you were in Ontario? I think we were talking about Ontario. You just think all of us Canadians are from Ontario, but you think we're all living in igloos too. My brain is glitchy. Like it's glitching right now. My glitching. What? Yeah, you all Canadians smoke weed. That. I'm usually quick with, you know. You all drink Molson beer. You all think Molson beer is the greatest beer in the world. Molson Ice. Especially in Vancouver, right? British Columbia and all. Yeah. I remember when Breaking Bad was on, and they were talking about Vancouver and British Columbia and stuff, right? And they were having gangs, marking their territories with blue ice, because that's what they did Breaking Bad, blue ice. The champagne of beers. My grandfather's name was Miller, and he used to drink Miller beer. That was my first taste of beer. When I forget how old I was, but my grandfather was non-alcoholic and whatever, okay? And every once in a while, he would like to have a beer. And we were at the kitchen table, and he actually poured me a little bit in a glass, all right? No, I know. Listen, I don't drink anymore either. We're just having a conversation. It's okay. If you're triggered by it, we'll stop the conversation. But, so my grandfather poured me a little glass of beer. And I drank it. Now, a lot of people, in meetings or just normal people or alcoholics, they said, I can't stand the taste of beer. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I used to love beer, And even like when we had holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff, my family would give me a little glass of wine. Things were different back then. You know what I mean? I hate warm beer there. Oh my God. I hate warm beer. I hate it. Just the thought of it makes me sick. Yeah, I hate warm beer. But anyway, so when I went to a French restaurant in New York City after we went to a play on Broadway in New York, this French restaurant gave me a little glass of wine. And my mom looked at the waiter saying, she's like 10 years old. And the waiter says, well, it's customary in France that they, let the children drink a little bit during dinner. Did I drink it? Yeah. I don't know how you could stand it, warm beer. Just, yeah. But you know what I love? Do you know what I love? And I don't care if it's warm either. Job Monster is the only rocky fuel for this rock queen. Hell yeah! I'll drink this warm. You can ask Jim. Warm beer, no. Job Monster, hell yeah! Oh man. I mean, don't I always disband? Don't I always? But I'm still thinking about, did you get me some coffee, Argilla? Did you get me some coffee? I miss Wawa coffee. I miss Quick Check coffee. I miss Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I miss Jersey Diner coffee. No! But Argilla, I thought you were my friend. I thought you were my friend, Argilla. You didn't think of me? You didn't think of me? You didn't think of me at all? Well, in the Wawa, passing by the coffee machine? You didn't think of me? I'm hurt. I'm really hurt. Oh. You could have bought yourself a cup of Wawa coffee. Poured that coffee in that cup. Put 3 sugars in it. A couple of creamers. Stir it. Take a sip of that coffee in the Wawa and think of me. I'm being serious too, actually. They have diners. They have luncheonettes. They have diners. But it's not like Jersey. Nothing's like a Jersey diner. And Jersey diners are dying. Look up Tom's Diner in Ledgewood. They tore that place down. And actually, my husband that died 15 years ago want to buy that place for me. Because I love to cook. And it was going to be a family business. But they tore it down. And Cyndi Lauper did a music video called Time After Time. And Tom's Diner in Ledgewood, New Jersey, Roxbury, New Jersey, was in that music video. I don't know what that was about, but anyway. Yeah, we did, and we're proud of it. Argilla, when you have the chance, okay, go down in my shorts, and you'll see a section called Tales from a Jersey Diner. I don't know if you Tom's River, right? You need to check out my short. It's called Tales from the Jersey Diner. And I made a little short. And I think you'll find it amusing. It's not perfect, but, you know. Yeah, I love that song too, Dishpan. She's inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Nobody took her serious and stuff. Nobody. Especially when she went into the WWE with Lou Albano and all that. She ruined her career. And also, like, when she did a song for the Goonies movie. Oh, that's right. You live by the Pine Barrens? I went to a place in Burlington County. And it was like a confidence course. You know, and no, that was in Huntington County. Wait a minute. Flemington's in Burlington, right? Burlington Furs. You know about Burlington Furs? You gotta know about Burlington Furs. They're like worldwide known. No, that's Flemington Furs, actually. I'm getting my facts mixed up here. But my father and my husband raced in Flemington Raceway. They don't have it anymore. I think they built a Home Depot there. Not many people know about Burlington County in New Jersey. No, they don't know much about Huntington County either. What's that? Wait, hold on. What's that outlet mall? It's like the Mall of America, but it's called something else. My family and I went to this huge mall. And, I mean, it was huge. And we did our Christmas shopping there because we got a lot of good deals there. You know what mall I'm talking about? It had a lot of outlet stores. It was like the Mall of America, but it was near Philadelphia. I used to love Cluck You Chicken. Really? All these malls are closing. Isn't that sad? Because everybody shops online now. It was called Washington. Franklin Mills. That's it. Franklin Mills. Franklin Mills. That's what the mall was called. Franklin Mills. And when we used to go there, we used to go to a place called Cluck You Chicken. And I love their chicken wings. Yeah, Franklin Mills. That was a good place to shop, especially during Christmas time. You got the best deals there. Franklin Mills. That's the phrase of the night. Franklin Mills. It's a shame, you know. All these, even here in Tulsa, the pomegranate mall closed. I forget. Woodland Hills malls closed, I think, around this area. It's sad, you know. Thanks to the internet and to the economy, too. Now, see? Right. Franklin Mills, yes. I know that it's in Philadelphia, outside Pennsylvania. On Knights Row, that is. I believe that the section in Philadelphia, Parkwood section. Have you heard of Cluck You Chicken? My boyfriend actually used to work for Cluck You Chicken in Morristown. And then we stole, that was back in my addiction, by the way. Hi, Sherry, what's up, girl? I hope you're having a great 24. How's it going? Oh, Sherry. Oh, Sherry. How are you, girl? Were you around long enough to see the casinos in Bedlam Park's casino? Yeah! I used to play poker at Park's Casino, right off the Pennsylvania Parkway. I used to... Bethlehem has the Sands. Because Emerald Lagasse was supposed to have his there. You know what? I know. I had that feeling. That's why I said that. I bet you he sings it a lot better than me, though. Guaranteed. We should have a sing-off. You and your dad. I know, you and me and your dad. We'll have a sing-off. Frankie Valley, Jersey boy. I feel bad for him now. Yeah, you can tell he has dementia, and he's just like a robot. He's like Joe Biden. He's like on a leash now, and he just drag him everywhere. Oh, I'm sorry. Losing losing a parent's hard. But he got to see you sober, right? And I'm sure he was proud of you. And I'm sure that he's still proud of you. Oh, Sherry. I'm sorry. I know what it's like to lose. My father died when I was 16 years old from alcoholism. I can imagine, Sherry. And especially when you're in recovery, right? That's when I don't know what happened to him. Emerald Lagasse, oh God, we don't know. He's doing a lot of like product stuff now. I don't even think he doesn't have his cooking show anymore, right? Bam! Bam! All right? Bam! But he still has his restaurants and all that, right? I lost my grandpa, dad, and uncle, 2 cousins, and 2 aunts, and had to put 3 dogs. Oh my God. One after the other, right? When it rains, it pours. I was going to say everything happens in threes. Because, like, when I was growing up, my first big loss of my family was my grandfather, my dad's dad, right? And then came, and we had Aunt Lulu. Oh, no. Aunt Lulu passed away. No, Uncle Pete passed away. I really didn't know him, but you know, like, it was like my grandfather pop. Then it was my father, right? A year later, and then my grandmother, my father's mom. Everything happens in threes. Yeah, that's. I hope you stay close to the program, Sherry. And I bet you had a lot of, you know, wavering of your faith a little bit with God. Like, why are you doing this to me now? Right? Yep. Death is hard for everybody. Even for undertakers, death's hard. Especially when they have to do small children. They have it hard. My friend owned a funeral home. And he still works there. He's retired. He lost his wife a couple of years ago. But he's an undertaker. And it's Norman Dean Funeral Home in Denver, New Jersey. That's been in Denver for years. And he had to do his mother. That was hard. He had to do his father. That was hard. And he just lost his wife a couple of years ago from cancer. So I don't, you know, but yeah. Plus, I have a granddaughter that is in a hard situation with my daughter. Sherry, you can always talk to me about this. And I think you know that. Much love to you, Sherry. Even like here with his family, my mother-in-law passed away November 19, 2021. And then in 2023, we lost my sister-in-law unexpectedly. If you ever want to talk, I'm talking about, listen, if you ever want to talk, and I'm being serious, write me an email. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. If you ever want to talk, you write me an email and say urgent, and you can put the topic down and stuff and just write the email. My email is in my bio. Just click on that. And then we can even FaceTime each other if you want. It's up to you. Okay? It's up to you. I'm going to say this. I'm always on call. I am. If somebody comes on my stream and they want to talk about maybe a death in the family, or they feel like using drugs, or they feel like drinking, or they feel like committing suicide or hurting somebody else, or whatever, I'm always here. If I'm not live streaming, and say you're watching a VOD or a short or whatever, put urgent in the comments, because I'm always looking at my comments or whatever. I get notifications and whatever. And I'll reach out to you. And we'll find a way how we can talk. You know? So, you know, and even if people write me emails, it's like I'm always constantly like, you know, frequently looking at my emails and stuff. Well, thank God, right? Thank God. And thank God he pulled you through this. A lot of people don't have this. I can imagine with what you went through, some people will just, that's it, I'm checking out. You're a strong woman more than you think you are. I think you're a strong woman. Hang tough, baby, right? But you know what? I'm going to say this too. Grief comes in waves. And you don't have to stay strong for everybody else. You understand what I'm saying? It's okay for you to have your time, your moments. It's okay to feel that way. It's normal. People in this world have forgotten to feel. They don't want to feel what they feel. Whether it be depression, anger, and that's it, Cherry, and that's a sacred time too. And I'm sure he appreciated all that, and he felt your love. You know? My father passed away when I was 16. It was 2 weeks after I visited him in North Carolina. And stuff. And we were living in Jersey, okay? But yeah, I'd have that chance. When my husband died 15 years ago, because of a snowstorm, I didn't have that chance with him. But I promised him on his deathbed that if he pulled through what he was going through, I would be taking care of him. I would quit drinking. But that didn't happen. Honor him, Sherry. On the anniversary of his death, or his birthday, or even holidays and stuff, like Thanksgiving, honor him in some way. Maybe give $5 to a charity. Or maybe make yourself or your family a dinner that he used to love to eat. Awesome! Awesome! Manja, 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 right? Manja. While listening to Frankie Valli in the background, right? Sherry, Sherry baby, right? I love you, Sherry. I love you. Like I said, if you need anything, okay, you let me know. We have to stick together, girl. You know? We really do. But, too, Sherry, just by sharing what you just shared, somebody will see this. Like, look at the transcripts of the live stream. And they'll be thinking, hey, I'm not alone. Well, what, you're double? I got a double chin. Gotta keep your chins up. Oh, man. My aunt Dorothy, she used to be a snowbird. So what a snowbird is, she would live in Jersey in the summertime, and then Florida in the winter. And she used to wear a wig. And she loved poodles and all that stuff, right? But she had a triple chin. No joke, a triple chin. But there was some time, like, she used to stay with us when she would move back from Florida. I don't know how she could afford it, actually, but you know. And so she would sleep in the back room of the house. You know, we had a pull-out couch in the back room. So I went in there to give her something or what. Well, she was asleep, and all of a sudden I saw her wig. And I'm like, what? And I saw her without her wig. I was like, oh my God. But I used to make fun of her. Because she really was all natural, okay? All natural, if you know what I mean. Like this. With her breath. Well, I had a bowling play set with 2 plastic bowling balls. So I put on my mom's turtleneck sweater, and I put the bowling balls in front, and I would act like Aunt Dorothy. But when I didn't know she had a wig on until I was like, oh my, and she actually looked like maybe wait, don't. He was in the bird cage. He's in the movie. He was in the producers with Matthew Broderick. Nathan Lane. I swear she looked like Nathan Lane without her wig. And when I saw him playing in the bird cage, I'm like, oh my God, that's Aunt Dorothy. No, you're talking about the Birdman of Alcatraz. That's actually a true story. I'll give you a little fact. Do you know that Mike Tyson actually races pigeons? They actually had a TV series or a documentary about Mike Tyson racing pigeons. He raises pigeons, but he races them. He raises homing pigeons. Oh, you know, all right. I thought I was giving you something you didn't know. I guess why I do that is because I want people to think I'm a lot smarter than I look. Yeah. I'm a lot smarter than I look, folks. Yep. Sure. Tulsa is very rich in history with music. You know, Kane's Ballroom and Roy Clark and Cynthia, what's up, girl? Now we're having a party. I love you. You missed something. We were out in the rain. We were. Hold on. Thanks to my husband, or girl. Hold on. Cynthia, what you cooking, good looking, tonight? Cyber love hug. Well, I'm going to tell you something, Argilla. If I wasn't in recovery, I would have been dead years ago. But my husband and I met on Xbox, of all places. And he came to Jersey for a little bit to visit. And, and he says, well, since I came to Jersey, you have to come to Oklahoma for a little bit, see how you like it. And I'm glad I left when I did in 2000 to come here. I love it here. Jersey's getting too built up, too woke, it's just, I had to turn that page. I had to make a new chapter in my life. I deserved to be happy. I love to get under rain. Thank you for the hug. Not a thing. Fix me some toast. No! I left here in 2017. I left Jersey in 2017. I've been in recovery from crack and heroin since 2004 and alcohol since 2011. But I'm happy here. I miss certain things about Jersey, don't get me wrong. Thank you. I'm proud to be your friend. I'm proud that you're my friend. I love you too. I'm proud of you. Oh, I need a hug. I need a cyber proud hug. And I'm going to tell you, Cynthia, real quick. I showed Jim what you said to me when we were having a conversation. It was last night's live stream. It was at the 3 hour 15 minute mark. It took us a while to get to that part, And when I showed him your part and what you said to me, this is why I do the things I do on here. That's it. And I showed him that. And while we were watching it in the living room, guess what? I still cried. I still shed a river of tears. Still. And I said, see, Jim, see? I should really make Oh, guess who's showing up now? Wait, hi, honey.
Stop talking.
Oh, thank you. I needed that hug. It's not been a good day. I mean every word I said. I mean every word I say, too. He acts like it. You missed it, Cynthia. You missed it. He scared the shit out of me. Almost. This man was here. He saw it and stuff. I'm going to get him back. Just watch. I'm going to get him back. I'm going to get him back good. He's scared the crap out of me. He walked. What's he doing? Honey, when he just did that, it looked like you were taking a. Listen, you're like.
My keys are on my belt.
I it looked like you were doing something. Anyway, he went for a walk. You know, like he usually does. And he comes back around and stuff. And when I talk, okay, when I talk, I don't really pay attention to things. Well, I do, but, you know, I'm in my own little space, right? And he came around and just, wow! I'm like, oh my God. I got up. No, and I didn't think it was Bigfoot either. I didn't think it was the Oklahoman octopus or dog man or wolf man or, you know, gerbil man, pasta man, whatever. No, I did not. I did not. No. I did not. By the way, Jim looks, he looks like a Bigfoot. But look. Look at this.
That's what she says. No, she's that big.
Yeah.
I'm not dressed to be on screen.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but you can scare me on stream, like looking like that. Huh. Yeah, just he did not. He's lucky I didn't, you know, pull a karate move on, like pull his head over my shoulders and flip him over. No comment. Believe me, I would be doing a wrestling move on him if he believe. But I just off. Then he would be ending up in the hospital. Not with a tube up his nose, probably a tube up his. Never mind. You know what I'm talking about. But slam dunk. Yeah, German suplex. Yeah, look. All right, hold on. we're gonna do this. Wait, on. Look at these pythons, brother. Look at these pythons. Yeah, they're bigger than Hulk Hogan's ever was. Yeah, look at these pythons. Yeah. Do another one. Do me another one. A lot of people, I'm not a wrestling fan, I'm really not. Yeah, right. But a lot of people say, like, sometimes when I do my promos, I've gotten a lot of comments from people where I should have been like an indie wrestler manager or something like that, or like when I do my promos in the beginning for my intros or whatever, it's like I sound like a wrestling promoter, you know, or Hulk Hogan, brother, or oh yeah, snap into the Slim Jim, oh yeah. Yeah, but I'm not a wrestling fan. I'm really not. Yeah. I have friends that are wrestlers that are in AEW, WWE, yes. Eddie Kingston. Who knows Eddie Kingston? Claudio Castagnoli. Hang on, I'll be back. I gotta call Caitlin, ask her what she calls hers. I'll be right back. Calls her what? What, her pythons? Her muscles? Yeah, you don't want to mess with me, brother. Trust me. I might have some severe back pain and stuff, but when my adrenaline rushes through my veins, especially when I've been drinking this, you better run. Brother! I wouldn't hurt you, hon. There was, back in the WF era, there was a lady wrestler named Sherry Martin. Sherry. And she was a freaking witch. That was back in the 80s. WWF. Guns. I'm cannons right here, baby. I'm cannons, brother. I have cannons, brother. You know I will. Even if I have duct tape over my mouth, right? I speak truth. I speak truth. Now, wait a minute. Sun's out, guns out. Pow, 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 pow. Me too. We will share a roll of duct tape. Well, I'm sure Sherry would want to have a threesome. That. Oh my god, that didn't even sound right. A threesome with duct tape. Yeah, all right, that didn't even sound right. Hey, Deli, how's it going? That's even. Oh my god. Oh boy. Holy shit. Deli, I will. You too, brother. How are you? You're not gonna let me live that down, guys. Yeah, let's have a threesome with a roll of duct tape. What? I'm like this. Oh my god. Listen, I've had my wild times when I was in my band, okay? I'm not gonna lie there. But I'm strictly dickly now. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hey, Philip, what's up? Oi, 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 oi. You missed it. Did you hear anything about duct tape by any chance? Let Cynthia tell it. I'm not. Oi, 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 Cyber Hug! How are you? Great to see you. You just woke up. So you're waking up with 3 beautiful ladies. How about that? That's something to be proud of right there. But I have a question, gals. Who's the dominant one here? We're just rolling. We're just rolling with it. We're still rolling with it, guys. I think it would be me. With my cannons. Hell yeah. How's my health doing? I feel a lot better. I was actually out in the rain here in Rocklahoma. It just felt good to feel rain on my skin, to really appreciate my life even more, to appreciate my husband and all that. But you missed it, Philip. You missed it. Jim scared the crap out of me. Thanks, Zold. I love to talk. Where are you from, Zold? Philip, well, if you want... Philip, we discussed it last night, and I don't want to put you under any pressure. Sherry, Cynthia, do you want to be mod? Or what? We girls have to stick together. And I told you, Philip, I'm not like a woman with a whip, okay? Saying, you gotta be here every stream. You have to be here. No, I'm not like that. You know, life happens. I trust your judgment, Philip. Okay? All right, we're going to do it, right? 3, 2, 1. Hold on. Ta-da! I think he will look good. Wait, what? I whip around the house somewhere. Unless my whip's in the back shed where Jim always hides stuff. Don't what? Oh. I hope that wasn't bird shit. It's raining again, guys. It's drizzling again. I'm not melting. How about that? So isn't this funny, right? Philip, you just got promoted to moderator, and now God's baptizing you. That was a dumb... right? I gotta get a coffee. I love coffee, but Java Monster sounds like ass. No offense. I love coffee. In fact, I don't like regular Monster. If you're gonna go out for coffee, get me one. This man. No, it doesn't. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. A couple of days ago, before they discharged me. Oh, I love iced coffee. All right, hold on. You know what I was thinking? Maybe I should brand this stream the Coffee Break Crew. I'll be right back. I'm just saying. Anyway, we're talking about coffee. Anyway, no. The Queen's Life Brigade is a whole hell of a lot more rocktastic. Anyway, so, wait a minute. Hold on, Phil. Wait a minute. All right, so before I got discharged, the doctors came in and said, thanks, Phil. I love you. You're doing a good job already. So I don't have to take my whip out anytime soon. Anyway, so the doctor sat down, and so they were discussing, what was going on with me and everything. And the resident doctor that was taking care of me, said, well, she drinks a lot of Java Monster. She drinks a lot of caffeine. She doesn't drink much water. I do drink water, but And so he said to me, the head doctor, said, well, liquid death, that's what it really means. It's just death in a can. And I said, that's water. She's talking about Java Monster. And he said, yeah, it's going to kill you. And Jim got me hooked on these. He's the enabler. So if I die early, blame him. I just had a sick thought. You want to hear it? While I was saying that, I was just, you know how they prepare the body? All right. I'm not trying to get too graphic here, okay? But, I have friends that are undertakers and stuff. I have a friend that is an undertaker in Denver, New Jersey and stuff. And I watch a lot of morbid stuff, too, in a way. Crazy stuff, And so, here I'm drinking all this Java Monster, right? Now, my body's dead. I have a whole thing of Java Monster in my veins. They're preparing me, right? What they do, I'm embalming me or whatever. And I'm still sitting up in the casket saying, hey guys, what's up? I need another Java Monster. And then just fall right back down. That's a real dumb thing. But, Yeah, they're banning a lot of caffeinated drinks, like Java Monsters or whatever, in high schools and whatever. Yeah. They used to have an energy drink called cocaine. And it was made in Las Vegas. And their logo said cocaine, and it looked like cocaine. Like piles of cocaine smell like cocaine. I love coffee. And you know what? It's Jim has an addiction to Monster. know, but I used a free, we did our thing. Yeah. They actually banned that energy drink. Maybe they changed the name to something else and stuff. I don't know, but they got rid of that really quick. But Jim's addicted to Monster, and sometimes when he runs out, just like an addict, he'll say, "I have to go tank and tummy, and I have to top off the gas." But you know why he's going there for? It's for a Monster. He thinks he can fool me, and then he'll come back. He has a Monster in his hand. He says, "Oh, honey, I got you a Snickers bar." And I'm like, he can't stop drinking Monster. Well, all right. Let's get real here, guys. Let's get real. I have 2 coffee cans of McCafe, McDonald's ground coffee, and Black Rifle Coffee Company ground coffee. And so I still have the 2 coffee cans barely opened, but I'll still buy this. What does that tell you? Right? You know what I mean? Oh, I love McCafe coffee. When I got out of the hospital, I said to Jim, "Yeah, good job, Philip. You rock, brother." So I said to him before we left Tulsa, I said, "I want a McCafe coffee, iced coffee, French vanilla, light and sweet." Jim always gets frustrated when I tell him, "Well, tell them I want French vanilla, light and sweet." People in Oklahoma do not know what light and sweet is. They don't. That's how we order our coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. Light and sweet. So I had to try to explain to these people what light and sweet is. So you're a soy boy, huh, Philip? A soy boy? So are you a vegan? You're not a vegan. What? I love coffee ice cream. Haagen-Dazs. That's the best coffee ice cream. Haagen-Dazs. Light and sweet is more cream and like a lot of sugar. Hey Dallas, what's up? Well, you can always get yourself some. How's it going? Welcome to the Wildfire. So I've lived life. Thank you. A lot of people do. These glasses are my trademark. And Zold, I should have been dead years ago because of my addiction. So yeah, I'm a lot wiser now. And believe me, I will tell you this. At least my brain's not fried. I know people that use less drugs than I did in my time, and their brains are totally fried. Not mine. Anyway. No, it's not, Dishpan. No, it's not. Stop. No, it's not. Maybe a little bit sunny side up. You're not an egghead, Dishpan. We pride ourselves in coffee here in Australia. We make really good coffee. What? All right, hold on. All right, hold on. Stop the coffee presses. What brand of coffee is well known in Australia? Well, coffee is a drug. It's a stimulant, just like cigarettes are. Yeah! Here's your brain. Here's your brain on drugs. Any questions? You miss cigarettes? Listen, these are not cigarettes. And my cigarette pack is getting really wet and wetter drenched, but and I'm not promoting these. Not. I have to show these people that they're filtered cigars, but they smoke like cigarettes. And I get them from the internet. And no, they did not pay me to say that. Oh, Nescafe! Yeah, George Clooney does commercials a lot for them. When I was growing up, they used to have the powdered coffees, like Swiss chocolate or Irish cream. They were in canisters, and yeah, we have to go. Listen, guys, it's so rainy here, and it's coming down pretty quick. It is getting dark. Cynthia, you remember the General Mills coffees, like Swiss chocolate, Irish cream? You have a good night too, Dallas. I appreciate you being here. Just by you being here is enough. I hope you drop by again. Thank you. Wait, Dallas! Wait, Dallas! Wait, before you go. Let me ask you about your name. Dallas Matters. It's not about J.R. Ewing, is it? Like the TV show? It's a corny question. Yeah, it's coming down really. Ha ha ha. No, my name is Dallas, and I'm trying to convince myself I matter. Oh, you do matter! As the rain keeps coming down harder, you do matter, Dallas. And don't let anybody tell you any different. You do. And you do you, and you speak what matters to you. You know, don't let other people put duct tape over your mouth and say, yeah, well, you can't say that. You know, be a good human being. It's not that hard to do. We are like family here, guys. The Queen's Light Brigade gets wet a lot. No, in all seriousness, though. The Queen's Light Brigade uplifts each other, supports each other. We see you. We hear you. We welcome you with open arms. And you know what? Cyber Hub time. Dallas, Cyber, you matter, hug. Cyber love hug for Dallas. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate you. You know? And if you need to talk about anything, Dallas, and you can ask anybody that's on here now that knows us, we're there for you. If you see a video of mine and you really need to talk to somebody, you can always put urgent in the comments, and I'll read the comment and I'll try to talk to you in some way. Hi, bubblegum. Hi, chewing gum. And even, you know, there's my email too in my bio. And if you write urgent in the subject line and the topic, we'll figure out how we can communicate. I really don't like texting. I really don't. I love to talk. And any of these guys will help you too. And guess what, guys? It's still raining. And my battery power is at 5%. And yet, say hello to Jim, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
Yeah. How long are you going to stay out here?
Now it's coming down. All right, guys, I have to go in. So, it's raining here in Rocklahoma right now. I'm going to go in the house. I'm going to get myself dried off. I'm going to get something to eat. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Enjoying the rain with me. even though you're probably dry, okay? But you guys, we're building something greater than ourselves. And we see you, we appreciate you, be a good human being. You know, we at the Queens Light Brigade, we're trying to create a wildfire of change to diminish the darkness in the world. I know we're not going to get all the darkness in the world, but we're going to fight like hell to get rid of it. And yeah, the wildfire is still here in the rain. It's not putting us out, right? So listen, guys. Thank you, Philip, for volunteering to be moderator. I love you guys. Cyber wet hug. I love you guys. I will catch you soon. And yeah, it's come down. My phone's gonna get waterlogged. Love you guys. Love you. See you soon.